Central West, third fight in a row with one of the guys from Renegade. This fight is happening at 65.8 kilograms in the featherweight division, 3x3 minute rounds. Alistair Fleming versus Billy McNabb. What do we know about Alistair, Ben?
Well, once again, he's out of the Renegade Central West group. There's Greg Wilkshire, experienced coach. Coming out that striking judo combination once again. Coming out looking relaxed, a little bit of tension, but nothing too undue for a fighter coming out for his match there.
Well, it looks to be very lean, very long, sort of slim fighter, and probably figuring to have a decent range relative to the weight division, I would say.
Yes, but I mean, my concern here is what is he looking to do against someone like Billy McNabb? Is he looking to strike and hold him at bay? Is he going to clinch and take him, hold him against the cage? Billy requires very careful handling in the range. You cannot stand and trade with the kid. You need a plan.
Well, you're not going to be able to avoid the trade particularly easy either, Ben. Billy liking to force the action a lot. Certainly one of the most exciting fighters that we've seen here before at Storm Damage events. We're going to see volume from Billy the Kid McNabb. That's almost a certainty. Once again, coming out of that Storm MMA gym, he's going to be competent on the ground. He's not going to be one and done if he hits the ground, but Billy, absolute firecracker on the feet. We saw it last time, able to overwhelm with just sheer volume and variety of punches, going high and low with the punches and kicks. We'll see if Alistair can deal with it, but if he doesn't have some solid either offense or defensive shell, we could have trouble. But you've seen Billy the Kid McNabb before, Ben. We're seeing him coming out of the cage now. What would you say would be the keys to the fight for Alistair in dealing with what Billy brings to the table?
For Alistair, you've got to find a way to shut down that middle range. Billy's strength is to stand in that pocket. He takes surprisingly minimal damage to standing in that death zone and deals out remarkable amounts. High volume, high power, multiple targets. Trapping you against the cage is his favourite finishing routine. Holds his distance right against, doesn't clinch, hammers away until you fall. Alistair's got to find a way to use what appears to be superior reach. He's got quite long arms. He's quite a lanky guy looking at him, especially when compared to Billy here.
We've seen Billy in this situation before, though, and almost Tyson-esque in his ability to slip and close distance. So I agree entirely with what you're saying about being able to control that mid-range. Because if Billy gets inside and all of a sudden your longer limbs are an absolute liability, you're getting lit up in the rib cage and taking those short hooks.
My concern here with the Renegade Central West fighters is that desire to fight their back against the cage so often and look to reverse with hip tosses and throws. It's going to play straight into Billy's game. He will not accept being pressed, not accept pressing you into the cage. He will hold his distance, hammer away until you fall down.
Well, previous fights from Billy, we've seen him finish on the ground with ground and pound, and we've seen him finish guys against the cage. I mean, he's very, very well rounded. And with the experience, I mean, look how relaxed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fight number 5 of the evening. 3 rounds in the Storm Damage cage in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a shoot fighter. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 64.9 kilos. Fighting out of Renegade Central West, the 21st ranked light featherweight in Australia. Alistair, Bas Fleming. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 64.5 kilos. Fighting out of Storm MMA in Canberra. Presenting the undefeated 9th ranked featherweight in Australia, Billy the Kid McNabb.
Okay, So as you heard, ladies and gentlemen, Billy coming in at number 9 on the rankings versus 21st for Alistair. But a lot of quality in the cage right here, Ben. Exciting matchup.
Fantastic. This is Alistair's chance to jump up the rail. If he can put away Billy the Kid, precision, that will make a statement.
Straight away, I like the posture.
Now touching gloves. He's ready to go. Both fighters already looking very confident.
Oh, straight to that single leg. Beautiful high I see there from Alistair, Ben. He's controlling, his head's stuck, but he's moving in the right direction.
Look at the move. Billy's feet towards the cage to take away his ability to stand up again. Quite a good ring control there for Alistair. Turning him around entirely.
Getting some good activity from Billy on the bottom though here, throwing a couple of strikes and really moving those hips. And I don't know if that was intentional, but he's got his back towards the cage now, so maybe thinking about a wall walk.
They're both showing excellent ring awareness here. Something you don't see very often, even at the highest levels. But they're both aware of where the cage is. That's an excellent start to the pass there from Alistair.
Well, it's a terrific pass, but it's actually come out of what I believe is a triangle set-up attempt by Billy. Good scramble.
Already scrambling up and pressing against
and Billy's coming in for that double. He's got to be wary of his neck, but he may get this. Good lift.
There we go.
Beautiful technique, and he's got to watch out for the Von Flu choke here, Ben. If he reaches under the head here, this could be trouble.
No, we're in the full guard again. He's got to clear his head. It's not really in danger.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of pressure on that, though, Ben.
That's got to hurt like hell. Right.
Really cranking that up like a McKenzie team, if those are familiar with the great Cody McKenzie from USC.
There's a lot of claret coming onto the cage underneath.
That is a tap. He's got him with it.
Billy the Kid.
Very unusual technique, and if you see on the replay.
Yeah, I want to see a replay of this. I need a better angle.
Oh, elbow drop showmanship on the finish there. But from what I can see, very similar to the old McKenzie team from Cody McKenzie, or those who may remember the match between title match between John Jones and Lyoto Machida, where the hand is actually pushed way up into the side of the neck. I don't know if we'll see it on the replay here, Ben, but very impressive submission technique there.
Incredible crank and torque being applied to the neck there. It didn't look as much direct pressure on the artery or the vein. I don't think he's in danger of going to sleep. I think he's in danger of getting his head removed.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where we've seen it so often for the guillotine attempt to be ineffectual inside the closed guard. But I think both you and I started to note at the same time, Ben, just you could see the veins popping out of Billy the Kid's neck. And you can see that a big crank was occurring there, and it was because of that change of grip by Alistair to switch that into a slightly modified guillotine attempt, really taking advantage of what we noticed is coming in, those long limbs, able to wrap that arm further around the neck to get that angle for a much more dangerous choke.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Ryan Green, has got a stop to this bout at 1 minute 32 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke from the red corner, so blue corner, Alistair Bas Fleming.
That middle range.
Alistair, I'm going to visit with you, but don't get too close. Mate, it was an absolutely awesome contest. The background to this one is that Billy literally had a beef with your gym. He asked for the best you had, and your gym offered him you. You gotta be careful what you wish for.
I could steal this from you again, but this time I'm actually going to look at the camera unlike last time. Also, you're not wearing this again tonight, so just get out on you. I can say a lot of shit, but I won't because that's not who I am. We get in here, we hit each other, we enjoy it, and before the fight, you're a piece of meat that's very skilled. After the fight, you're my friend, so I'll go to the back and I'll get him to sign my raps. I've done that every single time. And I'm not going to say I'm the best at 2800 at Jawapa, I'm the best featherweight there. Given that I'm the only featherweight there, that's something to say. But thanks to the team from Renegade Central West. Thank you very much to John Brown, who came all the way out from Melbourne to watch us. Thank you to Greg, wherever he is. And thanks to Stone for putting on a hell of a show and giving us back scratches. And what can be called the worst, best, or the best, worst shorts I've ever seen, because they're amazing. Thanks very much. I'm so fucking happy. We'll see you all later.
There he is. Here we are. Alistair Fleming.
Fantastic win for Alistair Fleming there, and a bit of a character behind the mic. Ben, this kind of guy reminds me of Stephen Bonner. I mean, he seems very friendly and likeable, but you might want to check his basement.
Yeah, exactly.